Hello, today we are going to be looking at a scenario where the Falkland Islands form an empire. So the Falkland Islands are these islands down here that are owned by the United Kingdom. So before they can form an empire, they need to get their independence. So for that, we're just going to sink the we're just going to sink them into the ocean. As for Northern Ireland, oh well, part of them is going to get sunk, but the rest is just going to go over to Ireland. So I mean, I really don't need to, this isn't Ireland's video actually, so there. That boy got messed up a bit, but that's not important. Also, well, alright, let's just sink Bosnia because it's Bosnia and it always sinks. And also, let's sink France because no one likes France. We'll keep, Corsica here. It's going over to Italy. But that's not important. What's important is the Falkland Islands just got their independence, and, right after getting their independence, well, they are going to be calling them red, but they're actually going to be getting invaded by. That just makes it look like the water. By wrong color. By Argentina, who also claims the Falkland Islands. So they're going to make an invasion, and they're going to quickly take over this first island. Oh, that's dark. What's a lighter color they can use? They want to quickly take this island. However, before they can take the second one, well, some people want land. Those being Chile and Brazil. So, oh, and apparently Argentina has invaded the entire ocean now. So, they both declare war on Argentina, and uh, well, Argentina quickly gets invaded by Brazil over here. There's mountains here, or there was mountains here. They have just randomly disappeared. I don't know why. Chile just has apparently some technology to make them disappear, and after they disappear, they'll stop pushing into Argentina. With this, the Falkland Islands will take back the island here, and also invade the water, apparently. Take back the island here, and then they will make a landing over here and take this, and then they'll make lands over here, and somehow they just have a massive military all of a sudden. I don't know how, but apparently these few people here are pushing into all of this here. They'll take this, and they'll make their way up. Brazil will eventually get down towards the capital, which is like right here. Maybe it's a bit further down. It's like somewhere right here. After all these countries push up a bit, the country will collapse. So Argentina has lost. And now for the treaty, where color everything, where Argentina here will be taking this along with So the Falkland Islands takes all of this. Brazil will be getting all of this land here, and they will also have some separate invasion of Paraguay to fix these borders. Highlight this a bit. That's good enough. That was close enough to what it was before. Yeah, and then the rest of this will go over to Chile. So I think Chile actually got the most land out of this. So actually what happened was both Chile and the Falkland Islands wanted this land down here. And with that, there's kind of a border dispute down here. However, before they go to war, the Falkland Islands are going to expand into these islands over here. As they take all of this. They'll take these islands here. They're like really small, so I'm not going to call them in. And they're then going to land over here in Antarctica, and they're going to claim all of this land along here. Anyways, now we can get onto the war between Argentina and Chile. So both of them want this land down here. So Argentina claims this, and Chile also claims this. So Chile invades in, but quickly that's once again too dark. So Chile pushes in, but they get kicked out, and the Falkland Islands, because this is their video, are just incredibly strong, as they just push through all of Chile. And to anyone saying, mountains right here, like I said at the beginning, completely gone, which helped Chile out earlier, but now it's going to be the death of them. As the Falkland Islands and their military of 1 billion people, yep, there's 1 billion people living in this land here, push through here, and eventually Chile will collapse. With this, we will get to the peace treaty where Chile is going to be reduced to this land here. Also, by the way, the map I'm using, I don't remember who it was, but someone posted this in the AIS Pro Discord server, so shout out to whoever that was. Anyways, all this land here will be annexed by the Falkland Islands. And now the Falkland Islands' next invasion will be one second. Will be Uruguay, so the Falkland Islands will push in, and Uruguay apparently has um, 1 billion people in the military as well. However, the Falkland Islands now has 2 billion people in their military, so they quickly go through all of this and eventually take everything. So, with that, they are fully annexed, and they have no more border here, because this is Falkland Islands now. Don't get this confused with Argentina, no, this is the Falkland Islands. The Falkland Islands will now expand their colony down in Antarctica as they expand it over to here. And they also take this island here. However, that'll be it for Antarctica, because this video is not about them. It's about the Falkland Islands. So, who will the Falkland Islands be invading next? Well, they're going to send some boats up here, and they're going to make a landing in a bunch of countries over here. As all of these countries will be getting invaded now. So, they make some landings along here. And quickly hook up all these landings, completely taking the coast away from these nations, who will then get the full might of the Falkland Islands military as they quickly die. And then they quickly get fully annexed. With that, the Falkland Islands now have land in Africa. Who would have expected that? Who would have expected the Falkland Islands to have a lot of land in Africa? Well, I was not expecting that. Anyways, next up, the Falkland Islands will be making another landing. Actually, first they're going to take some more islands over here. So these islands over here are now the Falkland Islands, and a lot of these islands around here are going to become Falkland Islands. However, there's this giant island, in the middle of all these islands that will now be invaded. So, the penguins down here are getting a break, as the penguins of Madagascar are now going to be invaded. So, the Falkland Islands first land up here and quickly take all of this. They land over here and they take this, and they could take a lot quicker, but the penguins of Madagascar are doing some good work as they push them back over here, and a little bit over here, but not much. Eventually, though, another landing is made over here, and eventually the penguins of Madagascar fall, and with that, the entire country will fall. Also, I know there's no penguins here in real life. I just wanted to make a joke about the penguins of Madagascar. Anyways, now Madagascar is a Falkland Island. You know what else is an island? Hawaii. So the U.S. No longer exists as it sinks into the ocean, and with that, well, actually, this island over here will also become part of the Falkland Islands. But next up, Hawaii is actually going to get invaded. So that goes quickly, along with these islands up here. And now Hawaii is the Falkland Islands. You know who else has islands? Ecuador. And the Falkland Islands wanting that is going to declare war on Ecuador, so they mostly want these islands, but hey, why not just take all of it? Is what the new leader says as the old one dies. So these islands are quickly taken. They then land in Ecuador, who will then get invaded. However, Ecuador's neighbors do not want the Falkland Islands to be next to them because they've seen what the Falkland Islands have done, so they're going to declare war on the Falkland Islands. However, that was a terrible choice as the Falkland Islands now have 3 billion people in their military. Why am I making this video? And if that wasn't bad enough, Brazil is going to join this war because land is land. They also declare war on Bolivia. Anyways, Brazil pushes into all of these. However, who else is pushing into all of these and has a way bigger military? The Falkland Islands. As they push up into Colombia, over here they will meet up with Brazil. They also push down and take all of the coasts over here in Peru. Now they're pushing over here. I don't know why they don't just send troops up over here. That was a been a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, this is not going well for these. Oh. Oh, okay then. As for the rest of Colombia, they choose to sink into the ocean rather than get invaded, so the ocean will expand. And now the Panama Canal is useless, so they just go with them, actually. Except for this small bit over here, which will become part of the Falkland Islands, because I said so. So yeah, that means that the Falkland Islands gets this. I'm going to, undo a lot. You know what? Actually, no, I don't. We can just keep let's just make Brazil a darker shade of red. And now they have an alliance with the Falkland Islands. Simple as that. Now I need to split up this land between the two, so pretty simple. Wait, I didn't go far enough. Wait. Oh, wait. Wait, I forgot. You was supposed to be synced, and, so was you. Okay, there. Anyways, now we can, fix, this, so we'll just going to draw this line like this. And that looks good. So, this side of the line will become the Falkland Islands, who are now the new, I guess they're now, the new Chile, as they have all this coastline over here. So, how about they just annex, what's left of Chile? Simple. The Falkland Islands now have what is left of Chile. Anyways, let's get rid of this line. And now we get rid of the other lines in Brazil because they are Scotland, so... Oh wait, let's actually just... Yeah. Almost forgot about that. I almost forgot to actually give them the land, but yeah, Brazil also is looking big. As they're also just going to take all of Venezuela because I said so. Anyways, over here are these three. What the, I don't know what this border is, but there, all this land is now Falkland Islands. They even just turned that lake there into land. That's how cool the Falkland Islands are. Anyways, this is the Falkland Islands Empire. We might see them take some more islands like up here. You know, actually, yeah, they just take all of this, speed things up. All of this, all of the Caribbean is now Falkland Islands. And now we have the Falkland Islands at their height. After seeing what the Falkland Islands has done, China and Russia and North Korea and India and Pakistan and Israel and maybe Iran, any other countries I'm forgetting about? I don't think so. All of them meet up and decide that to just completely nuke the Falkland Islands out of existence. So let's just yeah. That's the Falkland Islands now, and with that, the entire empire collapses. And the video is ending. So goodbye.